What's up, Doc? How we doing this evening? I'm doing pretty good. I finally figured out how to get the capture card working properly without the sound delay. So now we shouldn't have to have those reset the thing delays anymore either. What's up, number one? What's up, musical chef? How's the sound coming through on you guys' end? Is it delayed or is it... Because it looks good on my end. There doesn't seem there's a sound delay. Perfect. Then I think we finally figured it out. I'm going to leave it on 1080 instead of 4K because this game is 4x3 anyway. I'm quiet? Maybe I'm just not speaking loudly. Because normally the desktop audio is set at the same level. Could possibly be as well because of the rain sound effects. This guy's so mad. No, not all of them. Oh, maybe. Like I said, my desktop audio is always set at the same level, so this shouldn't be any louder or quieter than it normally is. But the sound effect of the rain and the thunder in the game is louder than, like, that house music scene was, so... Guys, hockey game's on at 9 o'clock today, so you're going to have to suffer through me watching the game while I'm playing. No, we're just doing mainline. I've never actually played Link's Crossbow Training.
Minus Games asked me, what was the brutally honest reason why Grumpy Dad Golf was traded from the New York Rangers to the Toronto Maple Leafs? Ah, a good old-fashioned trade. The sports equivalent of swapping out a well-worn clutch for something that hopefully still has some life in it. Now, if I were to take a wild Clarkson-esque guess at why Grumpy Dad Golf got traded, it might be because the Rangers realized they needed someone who could play hockey, not just perfect the art of sarcastic wit. Or maybe their GPS malfunctioned, and they simply ended up in Toronto by accident.
Oh, come on. I get the sarcasm thing. Thank you for the bits, Minus. But no, my GPS didn't magically get me lost in Toronto. I think the Rangers are playing Colorado tonight. No, I don't care about Chicago. Right, they went towards the bomb shop, but I don't know where the bomb shop is. Hoorah! Very nice, sir. Thank you for the 20. Is this the guy whose vase I broke?
Minus_games asked me if Matthew Tukachuk and Ty Domi
up,
got
Danny
into a
girl?
fight, who would win? Ah, a hypothetical clash of
Ty
titans.
Domi would win.
Tukachuk, the modern-day agitator with a penchant for the theatrical, against Domi, the old-school pugilist known for his fists of fury. A tough call. But Domi, with his sheer experience and, shall we say, unconventional tactics,
Called it.
would likely emerge victorious. It would be a glorious, messy, and thoroughly entertaining spectacle.
Dude, out of all the AI voices, Attenborough is always the best. He very rarely stutters, and he's always got something good to say. Where's the bomb shop? This looks like it's a coffee place. That guy sounds like me. Nothing better than a nice cup of coffee at the end of a long day of doing nothing. Damn. Why am I yawning so much? I'm not even that tired.
Minis_games asked me, suppose the Winnipeg Jets or Toronto Maple Leafs were to win the cup this year, do you think Bettman would have a stroke presenting the cup?
Not happening.
Ah, a most curious hypothetical scenario. Gary Bettman presenting the Stanley Cup to a Canadian team. The sheer excitement, the national pride. It could indeed prove too much for the poor fellow's constitution. A stroke? Perish the thought. But a severe case of the vapours? One might wager a small sum on it.
Case of the vapors. Thank you for the bits. Although, contrary to popular opinion, I don't think he'd have an issue with the Canadian team winning the cup. It's just that there's only 7 Canadian teams and freaking 25 US-based ones. So the odds are just not in their favor. This stupid bomb shop's got to be here somewhere. Okay, yeah. So I was here, and all he kept saying was, we're closed. Ooh, that... So I have an interview tomorrow at 10:30. I have a second interview with a company I already interviewed with once at 11. I'm hoping tomorrow is some good progress. Link, get your tiny ass in there.
Minus Games asked me, what would your reaction be if George Lucas denied you the purple lightsaber? And does Mace Windu like Arby's? Man, if George Lucas denied me the purple lightsaber, I'd give him one serious stare down. George, my man, you really want to mess with the style Mace Windu brings to the Jedi Council. As for Mace and Arby's, let's just say Mace prefers something with a bit more kick. Maybe a double stacked roast beef with a side of the special sauce. You gotta keep that Jedi energy up, right?
Penny, what are you doing? Should should I not help him? Okay. I guess we're just gonna leave him there. He said the password was plankton. There aren't enough letters for plankton. Unless I hit one of them twice. Oh, I hit one of them twice, okay. Shut up. Oh my God, come on, Link. I'm really starting to think I should too. I could use the 2,500 a month. From the waist down? I thought you only did from the ankle down. Little details. I hate this shit. Knees. Only knees. I don't think there's quite as much of a market for only knees as there is for his other content, but I mean, yeah, I mean, you never know. That's true. I mean, everyone has something, right? Ugh. Well, there's also people that have amputee fetishes, so I mean, there's literally something for everybody. Mm-hmm. Yep. The guy that wrote, "I hope they serve beer in hell," wrote about that. That he had like never heard of it till he came across somebody that had an artificial leg. And they took it off during or something, and it was like some big fetish. Well, it's not just legs. I mean, you can be an amputee with missing arms, too. This conversation's taken a very odd turn. Misery? What's misery? Ah, okay. Okay, bye. Thanks for giving me free bombs, dumbass. Muchos gracias. There you go. No, I answered myself. Prego. Although technically muchos gracias is Spanish and prego is Italian, but still.
Yep. Yep.
I suppose thank you very much in Italian would have been molto grazie. But yeah, just remember, next time you go to the store and you're buying Prego pasta sauce, Prego means you're welcome. Where's my stupid talking boat? I've had no lag issues so far tonight, so that's a plus. No, because it's coming from the capture card directly to the OBS. It's not going through that software like before. I figured out how to... synchronize it. I figured out how to synchronize the audio without having to use that software, so... forget about it. I'm walking here. Go buy an Honda. I talked to my manager. You know what he said? He said go buy a Honda. Let us delay no longer, even though I'm delaying by wasting all this time talking to you instead of just letting you leave. It is Happy Honda Days, isn't it? So I should stop saying things like Johnny and Book and Ghouls. I do that one on purpose. The Johnny and the other I do purposely from Ted the movie. If you hear some thunder, don't you get too scared. Just grab your thunder buddy and say these magic words. Fuck you, thunder. You can suck my dick. You can't hurt me, thunder, cause you're just God's bots. I'm having fun with it. I played it once 22 years ago, and I never played it since. I just wish some of the sailing was a little faster. I mean, I'm literally just gonna, like... Wait a minute. Is the map linear? Like, if I go up, do I end up at the bottom? Or is it, like... does it border you and tell you to turn around? I mean, I guess not worth it to figure out now. But... oh, okay. I am indeed going southwest. I'm supposed to be going southwest. Just not on Southwest Airlines, because they suck. Let's see. What happens in Wind Waker when you sail to the end of the map? When you reach the end of the map, you hit an invisible wall. Okay, yeah, no, you can't. It doesn't wrap. Alright. Ow. We should start running gambas on how many minutes it's going to take to sail to our next destination. I will say one thing, maybe I'm just being arrogant or maybe overconfident, but the job I'm interviewing for tomorrow, I'm 95% certain that I can get it if I want it. And then there's another job that wasn't really posted, but I reached out to somebody I know in the company, and come to find out, when I interviewed with them like 5 years ago, they wanted to hire me, but they were reluctant because I had a non-compete. But they're not as strict anymore, and since I've been let go, they're like, well, screw the non-compete. Well, you know. So I might be able to get a job there fairly quickly, too. So I'm a lot more optimistic and hopeful this week than I was last week, for sure. I mean, the pay cut is going to suck either way. My main focus right now is just getting a job, not reconfiguring my budget to match it. East? East? I thought you said west. Alright, well, while we're sailing endlessly to Outset, I'm gonna grab the TV remote and get myself set up here. Nope, still not there. Yeah, it's definitely going better this week. I've got a lot more prospects. I heard back from somebody Monday. The people that said they wanted to hire me sent me a message they can't hire me because the people in charge are just not ready to take on W-2 employees yet. They're only prepared to take on 1099 independent sales agents. So I was kind of bummed Monday, but then we've had so many good prospects the rest of the week pop up in the way of interviews that I'm just feeling pretty good. Why are you forcing me to go visit my friends? I don't want to visit friends. Friends are for... Friends are for suckers. I don't have any friends, man. $100? Freaking blows. Dude, seriously, like, every one of the kids in this game is just a complete and utter dick. I had the craziest freaking dream. Wait, when did they change the name of the... That's a good... When did they change the name of the Pepsi Center to Bowl Arena? I stopped paying attention because of Bowl Arena. How we gonna do it? How we gonna do it? How we gonna do it? We're just gonna cheat. Ow. Grumpy? Thanks for the raid. How you doing? Appreciate it. How was Link to the Past?
My anus is bleeding!
Oh God, I hate the Ice Palace.
For the love of God and all that is holy! My anus is bleeding!
Is that what happened to you after all the dominoes yesterday? Oh, was the anus bleeding cloud. I was saying, is that what happened after all the dominoes? My anus is bleeding. You got lucky. That's it? That's all this dude's giving me is 50 rupee? Go to hell, old man. Alright, what's the total this time? $300? Alright. Dude, Colorado's 13-1-5. The Rangers are gonna get fucking billed tonight. Holy God. Their only saving grace is it's on the road. Well, then again, maybe 13-1-5 does essentially translate to 13-6, which is still very good, but they can be beat. Stars have had a weird start to the season where they won a bunch of games and then they lost a shit ton of games in a row, and now they're winning a bunch of games in a row again. Yeah, in the Islander game. I just saw that the Islanders won. I didn't see what happened. I saw Rantanen got a 5-minute penalty. Oh, that! I did see that. I didn't see the video closely enough, but it was on during the Ranger game. They were covering highlights of other games around the league. Yeah, no, I know. The Rangers are starting in a minute. Ooh, salmon and asparagus sounds delicious. The bigger question is, why do you know what that sounds like? You're spying on him? Uh-huh. Alright, I'm going to be multitasking now. I'm going to be watching hockey and doing this at the same time. 500? Jesus. This is going to be a tough game for sure. Come on. Clear the puck. Clear it. Shoot. All right. Drew a penalty. How come I have to hit this idiot 500 times, but he only has to hit me 3? Alright. Get your power play going and put the puck at the net. It's so many times they... Yeah! There you go! Finish complaining that all they do is pass it around the perimeter and puck to the back of the net. Miller in perfect station too, right in front of the net. If I remember correctly, when you beat him 500, that's the last one you have to do, and it gives you a piece of heart. It's just like the most ridiculously long piece of heart grind. Look at all the history. That's 5-3, then what's it, 900 total hits.
Ancient_Slayer7 asked me if I was to consume Blue Chew taken from Grumpy Dad Golf's stash, about how much would I need to get to his current progression of his Zelda-thon. Ah, Blue Chew, a fascinating if somewhat crude concoction. To match Grumpy Dad Golf's Zelda-thon progress, one would require a truly staggering amount, enough perhaps to fell an ox, a foolhardy endeavour, I must say.
Ooh. That was a trip. Are they gonna call that? No. The Rangers got away with the trip there. That was lucky. Watch the point, don't pinch. skate. Ooh, big hit. Ooh, another big hit. Cooley's not an easy guy to bring down. No, 999 is not part of 100%. 500 hits is because you get the heart piece. Come on, hit him. Move it, move it, move it. Come on. You don't move it to the middle. I don't get it. How many fucking times these guys got to get burned moving the puck to the middle of the ice before they get their heads out of their asses and realize it's a stupid play? They teach toddlers that shit. You never put the puck in the middle in the defensive zone. Ever. And again, this fucking idiot does it again. He puts it in the middle of the fucking ice, in the middle of center ice, turns the puck over, leads to a slash, and now Colorado's getting the power play. I don't understand it. If you're outside their blue line, past the red line at center ice, dump the goddamn thing in and let somebody go and chase it. No, you gotta go backwards into the middle of the ice, turn the puck over, and it leads to a penalty. Because that's smart. That's smart defensive hockey. We should probably visit Grandma, huh? What's up, Granny? Granny's I don't understand why the boat told me to visit my friends and relatives. Like, I wish I knew. Yeah, let's just get on with it. You know, what's your issue? I wouldn't curse. This is not commentary. This is watching it again. Won't be. Try it. I'm a lot more professional. What? I can call it. No. No, no, no. I said you don't go to center. You never put it in the middle. It's defense 101. You never put the puck in the middle of the ice in the defensive zone. If you're going to put the puck in the middle of the ice in the defensive zone, you damn sure better make sure that one of your teammates and not one of the other players is there. Coaches hate that. Yeah, I know it's different when I'm like watching as a fan than if I was actually going to call something because admittedly I go a little overboard, but I get like super passionate. It's actually one of the few things in my life that will get me to yell and scream at the top of my voice. I'm otherwise usually pretty calm. I mean, I get mad, you know, short bursts. Let me rephrase that. I don't cheer and yell happily in celebration for pretty much anything other than hockey. Because that's just not the type of person I am.
Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Bye!
Bye. I don't remember what the silver membership card even gives you, but
Yep!
I really want one. Nice. Nice kill. Very good. And Colorado's got a good power play. Please wait while we find a resolution. If it doesn't work for you, I'll pull it up on the Discord between periods. I just can't put the sound on because then it'll come over the Twitch stream. Unless B-Dale's here, you can ask him to stream it. Kelly, I can't remember what she said if it was Louisiana or Tennessee, but if it's Tennessee, you guys ever go to any Predators games down in Nashville? It was okay. It was Louisiana.
Dance!
Then I think it was Ari.
Everybody dance!
No, there's no hockey in Louisiana. At least there's no NHL hockey in Louisiana. I do believe there's
My
American hockey.
anus is bleeding!
God, Dunchak. What's up, Stewie?
For
Thanks
the
for
love
reading.
of God and all that is holy! My anus is
Man, your stick broke on the face-off. Quit bitching to the referee. For fuck's sake, you're like a 2-year-old. Just look at the replay. You put pressure on it and it broke. It had nothing to do with the other guy, and he's whining about a slash. I can't stand that shit. Good stick. Skate, skate. 3-on-2. Skate. Come on. Dude, World 5. I hate World 5. I mean, at least in Warpless, you get to skip the auto-scroller, but World 5 still sucks ass. The Hammer Brothers suck ass. Stop. Come on. Go in. Get it deep. Get it deep. Rangers. Great found. Playing Colorado tonight. 6 moves of 4? That's insane. Come on, man. Any idiot in the brain can tell that hit the netting. Why didn't you blow the whistle? Puck doesn't bounce up straight in the air and down like that off the glass. It only does it off the netting. Your stepdad is Canadian? Well, what are we talking about Canadian?
Ancient
You talking
Slayer
Montreal,
7 asked
Winnipeg,
me,
Edmonton,
let's
Calgary,
give a
Toronto,
Stewie
Ottawa?
Cartman and his raiders
Which
a
one?
warm welcome and explain to them what Grumpy Dad Golf has been
Montreal.
up to. And,
Well, you weren't too thrilled with
well,
me in 2014,
welcome to the chaos, Stewie Cartman
Dude,
and your
Montreal had a
raiders.
hell of a start to the
Grumpy
season.
Dad Golf has
I don't know, a
been
bit of a
knee-deep
losing
in the
streak.
pixelated wonder of Zelda, attempting to conquer every game. Like
I think
it's
they've
a
lost 3 or 4 in a
drive-through
row, something like
menu
that.
full of mouth-watering
They had
choices.
some start to the year.
You know,
Holy
while
crap.
you're over there with your raiders, Grumpy's probably figuring out the best way to avoid getting lost in the damn ocean.
Funnily
in
enough, when I
Wind
lived in New
Waker.
York,
But, hey,
I was only 3
remember,
hours from Montreal.
we have the meats.
Oh, going to work? I wish I had a job. Saratoga. God, how many goddamn power plays you gonna give Colorado? You can't keep taking penalties against these guys. Power play's too good. Saratoga? Saratoga's beautiful, man. I worked in Schenectady. Me? Well, I was born in New York. I lived in Staten Island until I was 10 years old. And then we moved to Connecticut. But from 2017 to 2020, I lived in Saratoga. And I worked at Fusillo Hyundai in Schenectady. My parents moved to... Yeah, I think it's, what is it, like an hour north on I-87 from where you're at. Yeah, so you gotta go north. You gotta go up the north way. Oh, you're just outside Old. So I lived in Saratoga, right? And then I had an apartment in Boston Spa, which is a suburb of Saratoga, right off Saratoga. And then when I bought a house out there, I bought a house in Charlton, going out a little bit west towards Amsterdam. And we moved to Kentucky at the end of 2020, basically the beginning of 2021. But yeah, early 2017, I moved from Connecticut to Saratoga. And yeah, I was Fusillo Hyundai of Schenectady before I started with Vanguard. And their Volkswagen store. Well, we moved from Staten Island when I was 10. A ton of accidents. Kind of got there. You can't believe I worked there? Why? Do you know that place? Oh, are you out that way too then, Dre? It's gonna be you. Ja. Nah, I never. Steve knows what I'm talking about. Listen, one time when I was working for Fusillo, I had a rep from Wells Fargo come in. Well, yeah, he used to have stores out there too. And I would ask them all the time. This lady from Wells Fargo walked in. I said, "Did you see his latest ad?" She says, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, you know the tag, right? He does this," and he goes, "It's gonna be And he said, did you know he's not actually selling cars? What he's really selling is Viagra. But remember that if you're huge for more than 4 hours, to contact your physician.
Thank you!
That was a bank run that I found out. What? That was literally the commercial. He would say it's gonna be huge. And yes, the rats in New York City. It's because of all the food. 2-on-1, 2-on-1. Oh, come on. Yeah, see, Stu knows what. And it was always this, right? You. So one time when I was working there, his son, who ran the store I worked in, the Lincoln Hyundai store, Billy Jr., he called me. He's like, hey, I got a complaint from the bank. I'm like, yeah? And he goes, I want to know if the comment they were complaining about was you. I'm like, all right. He goes, they said somebody sent a comment in saying that they were over advanced on the loan. But so for anyone who's not familiar, when you're over advanced on a loan, anything beyond 115% loan to value is considered over advanced. Right? So if somebody has negative equity, or they're adding a bunch of stuff to a car and the value is $20,000, but you want to borrow $40,000, well, that's 200% loan to value. That's over advanced. You're never going to get that. But I was like 150, 160%. So I sent a comment to the bank rep through the internet portal that said, the reason I'm over advanced is because the customer's adding in leather seats, heated seats, navigation, and a mechanism that wipes their ass for them while they're driving. And I sent it to the bank. So I got a call from Billy Jr., who's like, yeah, was that you? Did you do that? Yeah. Wait, why do you? Of course it was me. And there's just silence on the phone for like 10 seconds. And the dude just cracks up laughing. He's like, dude, that was stupid. I'm laughing my ass off. The bank expects me to yell at you. I can't, man. That was just... God damn it, man. How many bombs? Like, do you have to hit every one of them? Well, the reason I think is because I had snoo. Thanks to the bits. It went to Dallas, and one of the supervisors, for some reason, instead of Atlanta, where Hyundai Finance normally was for me. I think it must have rained in Atlanta that day. So. Not knowing me or my sense of humor, I guess they were super upset. I remember one other time I got an approval for a customer from Wells Fargo. And sometimes you get approvals that have like stipulations, right? You have to prove income. You have to prove an address, you know, depending on the customer. If they don't have great credit, sometimes you get stipulations, right? And one of the stipulations from Wells Fargo was that I had to prove somebody's sleep mattress account was current and not past due. So I sent in a comment to them like, why in God's name do I have to prove that their sleep mattress account is current? I'm like, they're buying a $45,000 Hyundai Santa Fe Limited with third row seating. Let them repossess their mattress. They can sleep in the car. And I sent that to the bank. I don't know about the official Hyrule Historia, but if you go off the explanation at the beginning of this game, it seems like this is thousands of years in the future after Majora's Mask and Ocarina. Yeah, so I get a call from Wells Fargo after that. They're like, hey, bud, don't do that shit. Literally. He's like, call us and say it on the phone because it's fucking hilarious and we want to hear it. But you can't put it in writing in the dealer portal because then if we give you a discount, we can't defend it. Yeah, so Drake, he didn't actually have any stores in Buffalo, but he did have stores in Grand Island. So that's why you would get all of those Western New York, like Buffalo area commercials. You said you're in Toronto? You did mention you're not really a sports fan, so I guess you're not worried about the Maple Leafs' bad start. Does Destination Kia still say puppies and babies not included? Come on, man. 26 fucking seconds left in the period. You give up a goal? Are you fucking kidding me? They do? Yeah, they've been doing that for years. I'm tired. Like, I mean, a goal is a goal, but 26 seconds, like, god damn. Wait, why did my sail go? Oh, because I'm too close to the island. Me too. Oh, well, I don't know what I said. Me too, what? I'm no grumpier than usual. This is pretty average for me. I'm just watching the hockey game. That's the only difference. Normally I watch the hockey game on the stream. But it started at 9 o'clock, which was like either stream for
Minus
part
underscore
of it,
games asked me, can you explain to the Raiders what they should be careful
stop,
of when
don't
joining the
stream.
stream?
Like there was
And
only
tell
so many
chat how
options.
time to put their 3D glasses on and enjoy the show. Ah, newcomers, be warned, the grumpy in Grumpy Dad
I
Golf
curse a
is
lot.
not mere branding. Their outbursts can be as volatile as a volcanic eruption. Now viewers, don your 3D spectacles for the sheer depth of frustration is about to become palpable.
everybody have your 3D glasses? I don't know, man. Like, I love the sport. I'm a big fan, but Jesus, hell do the Rangers piss me off sometimes.
Is everybody ready? Do you all have your 3D glasses? I don't think the audience got any 3D glasses. 3D glasses not available in all areas.
Vi komma från pepparkakeland och vägen vi vandrat tillsammans hand i hand. Så bruna vi är och alla tre korinter till ögon och hattarna på sned.
Dude, there's like 1, 2, there's 5 of these freaking back to back.
We'll do it live.
Wait, so you're not a
Do
big
it
sports
live.
fan,
I
but
can
you
go
still say
write it and
fucking
we'll
Leafs?
do it live. And thing sucks.
I thought, oh, maybe that was somebody else. I thought you did. Oh no, that was Gravebound. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's my bad. I do agree with your sentiment, though. The fucking Leafs. Okay, you know what? Now, you know what? Now you started me. I'm gonna get on a tangent. How in the fuck do the Maple Leafs, with as much talent as that team has on offense, how in the hell are they in last place or second to last place in the NHL? How does that happen? Somebody explain it to me. Like, alright, defensively, they suck. They've always sucked. Their goaltending, suspect at best. We know that. But in what goddamn universe does that type of offensive talent lose enough games to be second place, second to last in the entire NHL? Well, the Habs suck ass the last number of years, too, so it's not that. It's on ESPN Plus. That's kind of weird. The Habs? No, they weren't. Come on now. They were not. Who's playing Thursday Night Football this week? That was in the yeah, no, that was in the bubble. That doesn't count. Or the year, not the bubble, whenever they did that stupid, like, Canadian-only division, that wasn't, like, a legitimate run to the finals. They outperformed themselves because they only had to play other Canadian teams that year. There was no travel involved. I don't buy into that. And truth be told, the only reason they beat the Maple Leafs that year is because they took out John Tavares early in that round against the Leafs. Almost killed the man. I don't know. What does that mean to play us out? Although the quotations make me think you're quoting something. Wait a minute. Is there really no dungeon for this pearl? Like, I literally just... I get it and I'm good? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I forget who requested that, but somebody requested it as a redeem. It may have been Johnny. Why would you need to stop cheering for the Bills? Do they think you're a jinx because you cheer for the Leafs and they suck? The Leafs haven't... Alright, so... The Leafs have won one first-round playoff series since, like, 2004. The Leafs have not won a third-round playoff series since the Montreal Maroons were still a team back in the 1930s. And similar to basketball, hockey playoffs are 4 rounds. I know, Leafs fans will say, but we won the Stanley Cup in the 60s. Yeah, you won the Stanley Cup in the 60s when there were 2 playoff rounds. They have literally not run a third-round playoff series since the 30s, when the league was expanded. Sorry, Drake. Wow, the Panthers beat the Devils 1-0. That's pretty rare to see a 1-0 game in today's league. Speaking of Montreal, it looks like Washington won. I think they beat the Habs in regulation. Flyers beat the Blues. You want to know what the problem is? 8-4, the Habs lost. Jesus. I'll tell you what the problem with the Maple Leafs is. Shitty management, dipshit decisions with the salary cap, and zero emphasis put on defense and goaltending. The Maple Leafs had such a ridiculously good offense that you could even say, fuck the defense, right? If they just had a consistent goaltender, they'd have won a Stanley Cup. Before Mitch Marner went to Vegas, before all the bullshit, that team with one goaltender wins a Stanley Cup. because a Martin Brodeur, right? A Henrik Lundqvist, an Igor Shesterkin, an Ilya Bryzgalov, whatever the fucking idiot on Long Island is, I don't remember his name. They can make up for bad defensive play, and the Maple Leafs win the Stanley Cup if they have a goaltender. I'll say that right now. They never did, because why? Shitty salary cap management, poor drafting of goaltenders. I don't think the silence is here. Yeah, they find a way to choke every single year. Speaking of, as much as I hate the Islanders, Drake, do you remember the first time that... Have a good night, Stu. Thanks again for the raid. John Tavares and the Leafs went back to Long Island. Where's your jammies? Where's your jammies? I hate the Islanders, but that shit was funny, man. We don't need you. I mean, to be fair, they didn't win a Stanley Cup either, but they went further in the playoffs a good number of years than the Leafs did. But I would argue that had they had John Tavares, they maybe would have won a little more. $19.40. What, Mama? Football is the devil? Well, I like school. And I like football. And I'm gonna keep doing them both, Mama. And I like Vicky Valancourt. She showed me her movies and I like them too. $19.94 doesn't work as a chant though. $19.40 worked because it was 4 syllables. $19.94 is 5 syllables, so it doesn't really, you know what I mean? Water sucks. It really, really sucks. Water sucks. Gatorade's better. See what happens? See what happens at 10 o'clock at night, 122 freaking hours into Zeldathon? Oh, well, I mean, yeah, I could see it happening again. They're, barring some crazy trade deadline moves, they're not winning this year. They've got Vincent Trocheck, they've got JT Miller. They either got to move Zibanejad permanently to right wing and let Lafreniere play on the top line on the left wing, or they got to get rid of Zibanejad. Alexei Lafreniere has the potential to be so much better than he is, but like he's got to be given first line time, and he's got to play left wing. The guy's a left winger. He's been playing right wing for the last 3 to 4 years. He was a first overall pick. Let him play left wing. Okay, Artemi Panarin is there, right? He's a left wing. That's fine. If Panarin's going to play first line left wing or he's going to play second line left wing, fine. But take him off the line with Panarin. Stop having him play the offside. Let him play his natural position. If he can't do it, fine. Move him back to the right or you trade the guy. But let him play the top line on the left wing. Kreider is gone. They don't need somebody like that playing with Zibanejad anymore. Will Cooley's great, but he's not the skill level of an Alexis Lafreniere. Put him on the right side in the second line. Right? Put him on the third line on the left wing. It makes no sense to me what this team has done with Lafreniere. They gave him like 5 or 6, maybe $7 million a year. It's actually a really team-friendly contract for somebody his age, especially if he grows into the role. Oh, Zibanejad? Zibanejad makes fucking ridiculous. That's the only contract Drury gave out that I'm like, that was really stupid. When they gave him that 8-year extension at ridiculous money, that was the dumbest fucking contract that guy could have ever done. Oh, for Zibanejad? Yeah, he's on a $68 million deal. It's 8 years at $8.5 million a year. He's not an unrestricted free agent until he's 37 fucking years old. There was no reason to give him 8 fucking years. You know, it was a maximum contract. The new CBA that kicks in next year, the maximum contract is 7 years. If you re-sign for the team you already play for, you can go max 7 years. If you sign with a new team, it's max 6. The current CBA, it's maximum 8 years with your current team and 7 years with a new team. And the reason it is that way is A, to protect the owners from these long-term 15, 16-year contracts. B, to put the competitive separation, parity they call it, but also for the players, you know, because if the maximum contract is 7, 8 years, you're protecting players from themselves, right? Because a guy who's 20 years old should sign a 7-year contract and get even more money in 7 years than a guy signing a 15-year contract and then he goes to age 35. So, like, the Players Association is, in a sense, trying to save players from themselves so they get more contracts and more money. But yeah, Zibanejad's contract is so stupid. He's got a no movement clause till 28-29, which means he can't even be put on waivers. And he's got a modified no trade clause from 20 until his last season. That was the part that pissed me off the most. That fucking no trade clause. Like, if you're gonna give him this money, why the hell would you give him that big no trade clause? Wasn't that the Islanders goaltender, Rick DiPietro? They got like a 15-year deal. And then he got hurt like 4 years in or something and he couldn't play anymore. But the Devils are the ones that started the league on looking at the collective bargaining agreement for contract length because they signed Ilya Kovalchuk to a 15-year deal specifically so they could circumvent the salary cap by lowering his average annual value because they had no intention of keeping him for 10 years. That's why the league stepped in and was like, we're going to max contract 7, 8 years so that you guys can't do crazy shit like this. But it was the Devils that did it. Yeah, normally, Doc, I don't like to play like that, but I want to be able to hear the hockey game, so I'm kind of like compromising. If I could wear no headphones and get the microphone to actually stand up the right direction on my head, I do. the puck, shoot the puck. Ah. Hello. How are you? My God, again, up the middle. If you're not going to complete a pass up the middle, then put it in the zone and chase it. Why is this team so adverse to dumping the puck and forechecking? I don't understand it. Everything has to be off the rush. Put it behind the net and go after it. Hit somebody. It's not complicated. A 5-year-old could do this. This thing's just appearing in water. Net. Drive the net. God, man. Shoot, shoot. There you go. Good shot, good shot. Yeah, that's a good shot. But yeah, no, crew. Zibanejad's contract is infuriating to me. The fact that they gave him 8 years was stupid enough with the money they gave him. Then when they gave him that no movement clause, forget the no trade clause, the no movement clause is what gets me. So you can't even put him on waivers and send him to the minors and get rid of his salary. Well, that's the thing. You could get rid of him. You're not really stuck with him. All you have to do is go to him and say, hey, listen, we're putting you in the press box. You're going to be a healthy scratch. We're going to take the hit on your salary cap. But you're not going to play. You'll never play another game in New York. And you'll see how fast that he agrees to a trade. I guarantee it. But they either don't have the balls to do it, or they actually think he's going to play up to the worth of his contract. And he's not. He was never worth that contract. I mean, shit, they did it with Barclay Goodrow, where he refused to trade to San Jose. So they put him on waivers, knowing San Jose would claim him. It's all you have to do with Zibanejad. Hey, buddy, guess what? Yeah! You're not playing, you're going to be a healthy scratch. Do you want us to trade you? Give us a list of teams. Edstrom. Fourth line. Broke in on a mini 2-on-1. Carrick put it out in front. Edstrom finished it off. Dude, I gotta say too that the fourth line has not been anywhere near as effective after Matt Rempe got hurt. Like that dude, him, Carrick, and Edstrom were on fire together. I think I mean, they say upper body injury. I mean, I think he broke his hand, but the dude's definitely got a concussion for sure. Took a punch right to the head from Ryan Reeves. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think that teams today don't believe they need a bruiser because fighting's not the way it was. But we're not talking about fighting every night. Like, you need a guy that's big, that's going to get in behind the net. Like, even if it's not fighting, you got to have somebody that's going to forecheck hard. He's going to get in there. It's going to make them think for a second. You know, you want the defenseman turning their head over their shoulders to look for you when you're going in on the forecheck, because the minute he turns his head to look, that's a split second that he's not paying attention to the puck. That split second makes a difference. And that's what a big guy like Rempe can do, besides the fighting. Right? He doesn't have to drop the gloves every game. You just got to make them think. Sorry, I get on a lot of tangents. Maybe that should have been my new career. I should have been a hockey coach.
Yep.
Okay, so oh, the water level rises and recedes. No, 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 no. Wait a minute, the water level, does it rise and recede on its own? Okay, so that means the other area. So if the water level, okay, it does. It rises and recedes on its own. And if it does that in here, it should be able to wait it out across the bridge. Is that a fish? No, 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 no. Ah. My bridge went away. It do Colnor has a great fight. You know what else had some really good fights over the years? Damn, what was his name? Daniel Carcillo. For the Flyers, the Rangers, and the Wild. That guy had a crazy number of fights over the years. Man, I'm freaking tired tonight. You know what, Link? Just pull off. But now. How did that not blow it up? Unbelievable. Only got 7 shots on goal so far. It's almost half the game. All right. Oh, man. There. Well, I have had about as much as I can take of Wind Waker for one day. The 5 hours or so we did earlier and 2 hours tonight, so I'm going to call it here and just relax the rest of the night, watch the rest of the hockey game. I got early interviews tomorrow, so I want to be able to get to bed right after. Maybe watch some football. That's what I love about the Switch Online, too. You can just save exactly where I am. I don't have to worry about nothing. Alright, I'll see everybody tomorrow. I should be live around noon. I think at 1 o'clock at the latest for a little day stream, and then we'll do some night streaming tomorrow. So we'll be back with Wind Waker. Let's go watch some Mario Kart. It's not Mario Kart, actually. It's Kirby Air Riders, but either way. Have a good night, everybody.
Well,
Excellent.
I beat him.
Oh my,
Grubby
look who's back.
Daggles!